Going crazy.
Thanks for checking out another video. Today I played through the first couple hours of Close to the Sun, and I thought as part of the review series on my channel, I would include some first impressions of games, along with some info on what to expect, what type of game it is, and my thoughts on it so far. Don't forget to subscribe for more gaming content every week, and feel free to comment below with any games you'd like to see me feature in the future. So, what is it? Close to the Sun is another game in the walking simulator genre with a little bit of everything kinda sprinkled in. It was first made for the Epic Games Store on PC and later became available on all major consoles. It's labeled as a horror adventure and does include some disturbing moments, although not especially terrifying for the horror genre, so don't expect to get scared often here. The game has an eerie atmosphere set in the late 1800s had Nikola Tesla invented some much more technologically advanced items such as the Helios, the ship you're currently on. It's the largest ship ever built with unlimited power and clearly something odd going on. The game itself bears a striking resemblance to BioShock, but definitely has its differences to set it apart from the series. The game involves some easy-to-solve puzzles, a few running encounters, and requires some investigation to make your way through the chapters. Don't expect a fast-paced experience here, as at times the movement and pace can feel slow. The entire game is said to take about 6 hours for the average player. I'd like to try to give a quick synopsis of the plot here. So you play as Rose, and you are asked to come to the ship by your sister Ada in a letter she writes to you from the Helios. And once you arrive, you realize the ship seems to be almost deserted, as there's no one there to welcome you. Once you progress further into the ship, Ada contacts you through a communication device provided by her in the letter, and some odd experiences start to happen, begging the question of what's going on aboard the Helios. The Helios was a mega ship invented by Nikola Tesla, which was described as a haven for the greatest scientific minds, as well as a passenger ship, and Ada was included in the group of scientists. It eventually becomes clear that this led to a discovery that had some adverse effects on the people aboard the Helios, and you're there to help your sister Ada get off the ship, meanwhile trying to find out exactly what happened. The game was created by the developer Storm in a Teacup, which is located in Rome, Italy. Storm in a Teacup has developed 4 games thus far, including Close to the Sun. Their first game was Nero, exclusive to Xbox One, and received critical acclaim in Italy, although some problems with lens flare and a short experience with minimal difficulty reported from users. Their second project was Anki, another first-person horror adventure that had multiple endings to create a unique replayable experience, and their third game, Lantern, was aimed at the virtual reality market and unfortunately fell short with too many issues regarding the VR. I think the developer has the ability to create a wonderful game, but might need to shift focus to different areas. The landscapes and graphic design in these games are amazing, but that can only carry a game so far, and it appears the games are either being rushed or time is being spent too much in one area compared to another. I'm hopeful their next project will have more time and care put in to ensure a good user experience, as there are other developers in this market who are already doing this, but I won't lose hope with Storm in a Teacup as I like what they're trying to do and they have great potential. Close to the Sun was not received super well, although I fear that was due to incorrect expectations. It seemed users were not prepared for Close to the Sun to be so much of a walking simulator, and were expecting a lot more gameplay, puzzles, etc. So what did I think about Close to the Sun? I thought it was great, and although most negative reviews seem to have the same tone of not enough gameplay, I would argue that some of the best walking simulators include almost no puzzles or intricate gameplay at all. But they make up for it with great storytelling and voice acting, and had the game been a walking simulator with a great story and great acting with no gameplay, the game may have been more well received, but I feel the story and voice acting did not create a good enough atmosphere to keep the average player entertained. And I think that's where these negative reviews are coming from. If you take this game for what it is, a walking simulator created by an indie developer, it's a great game and they did an amazing job. I received this game from Epic Games during one of the weekly giveaways, and I'm glad I grabbed it, as I'll definitely finish it. If you enjoy this genre, and don't set your expectations too high, I think you will enjoy it, and I recommend you pick it up too. And that's my first impressions from the game and what I think of the developer. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Going crazy.